July 21st, 2021. AP scores are released by the College Board. Are we excited? No. Do we have to face reality, however? Yes. Hello, my name is Chendur Jayavelu. I'm an incoming junior in high school, and today I'm going to react to my AP scores. 2021 was the most extreme year I've lived through because of the pandemic, mainly because I had to go through so many learning struggles throughout this entire year. Regardless, College Board held their AP exams and I was stupid enough to take them. The most that we could do at this point is to move forward in our lives and forget about these scores and become better humans for the future. That's all we can really do. The reason why I'm doing this video is A, views, but B, a lot of people like watching these videos, so I assume that's one of the main reasons why you're watching this video in the first place. Please keep in mind that AP exams are not the be-all, end-all of your life. Heck, every single school test that you take is not going to be the end of your life. Just keep that in mind. What matters at the end of the day is that you're willing to improve in any aspect of your life, and that's what truly matters. Don't compare yourself to other people, instead compare yourself to who you were before. That's all the advice I can give you at this point. However, I don't want you to be held by my introduction too long, so let me get into my scores right away. So this year I took 4 APs. I took AP World, AP Physics 2, APCalc AB, and AP Computer Science A. Because of the pandemic, students were allowed to take their exam from 3 different administrations, and they were allowed to choose between online and paper versions of the exam. So for AP World and for AP Computer Science, I took online exams, and for APCalc AB and for AP Physics 2, I took in-person paper exams. And I took the AP World, the APCalc, and the AP Physics 2 exams in the second administration, and I took the AP CSA exam, the third administration. Right now, let's go through the score predictions for each subject. For AP World, I predict that I'll get a 3 or 4 on this exam, mainly because A, I spent way too much time grasping the amount of content in this course. B, I did okay on the quizzes and tests on this class, but I still struggled a fair bit. And C, I still don't really know how to take this exam. It still boggles me to this day. My DBQ for my exam was only 3 paragraphs long, and my last SAQ, I completely butchered the last part. I wrote something about the radio when it was not even a part of the entire syllabus. I need to thank Heimlich's History, mainly because A, he's helped me so much in understanding history, but he's also taught me the skills needed for history. He gave me the perspective that history is not something that you just learn based on content. There's also skills involved in history. So I really need to thank Heimlich's History for everything that he's done to every single AP World, AP US History, and AP Gov student. That's my prediction for AP World. Let's move on to AP Calc. Moving on to Calc, I think that I got a 5 on this exam, mainly because math is my strongest subject, and this test pretty much just tests if you know what a derivative and an integral is, and if you can apply these 2 main concepts to multiple different problems. If you get stuck on a bunch of problems, it's probably because you're stuck on what a derivative or an integral means, so you need to have a clear understanding of those 2. Also, the curve for AP Calc is generally really high, so you could get around a 60 to 65% on the problems, and you can still end up with a 5 on this exam. So with that mindset, how to problem solve and this really high curve, I was confident that I would get a 5 on this exam. Overall for this exam, the MCQ was pretty easy, but I had a little bit of difficulty on the FRQ section. And most people can agree with me here because the College Board likes to put more conceptual problems in the FRQ, so that requires more thinking. Even though there's definitely way less problems on the MCQ, you need to think a whole lot more to come to your solution. Anyways, let's move on to AP Physics 2. I predict that I'll get a 4 on AP Physics 2, mainly because the MCQ was a little bit iffy, and the FRQ, I actually thought I did pretty well on it. With physics, I'm much better at like the conceptual understanding of it, as opposed to like just plugging and chugging a bunch of numbers in compared to calc. So like the more conceptual side, like the FRQ, that was something I would find easier on physics than I would for calc. With that said, I got a 5 on the AP Physics 1 exam in 2020, but with the 2020 exams, they only had a 2-question free response. There was no multiple choice on the AP Physics 1 exam. And with that exam, I only got problems on dynamics, energy, and momentum. So it wasn't really a really difficult exam from that standpoint. Well, this year, we had to write full-length exams. Even if they were online, they were full-length exams, and they covered every single topic. So I had to study more, and I also had less time because I was not super motivated to study AP Physics 2. I already have the credits for AP Physics 1, so why should I bother with AP Physics 2? But regardless, I studied anyways, and with the limited time that I studied for this exam, I felt extremely demotivated because the amount of content that you need to learn for this class is actually crazy, because in an online environment, when you're learning from home, it's super difficult to understand electricity and magnetism and optics, which is less hands-on than Physics 1. Physics 1, you can deal with moving objects like books and carts and etc., right? But with Physics 2, all you have to do is look at the screen and look at a bunch of visuals, which is not super helpful. So I did struggle studying for this exam, but I hope I did fairly well. Finally, for APCSA, I hope to get a 5 on this exam, mainly because I love coding in general. From this video, you probably have picked up that I'm a very STEM-oriented person who loves logic and problem solving, and coding is basically that, except with a computer language. So in APCSA, we learned Java, and with this class, I had to apply logic and problem solving to this coding language. You don't know how to necessarily code if you understand the syntax. You need to have the logic and problem solving in order to code efficiently. Even though I've never coded before, this class basically combined my logic and problem solving skills with the computer language, and that's why I enjoyed it a lot. The MCQ was a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be, because I was doing a bunch of practice on AP Classroom, and the questions on the AP Classroom weren't that bad. But the MCQs on the AP exam, they were a lot tougher, mainly because you had to go through more steps to arrive to the answer. Also, a side note, I only had 75 minutes to do my MCQ because, okay, normally you're given 90 minutes to do the MCQs and you're given 40 questions. However, as soon as the test started, because I took this test online, my internet went down. My internet went down for a solid 15 minutes. And once my internet went down, I was panicking like crazy. I had to get my neighbor's internet just to do the exam. And I only had 75 minutes to do this exam. It was a crazy experience. Fortunately, I finished the MCQ on time. It was a little difficult. I had to guess on a few questions, but I think I did fairly well on that. And fortunately, I had enough time to do the FRQ, and it was really fun making solutions for a bunch of different types of Java questions. I have to wait for my parents to see my AP scores, so I'll just insert the clip of my reaction right here. Okay, so I'm on the website for AP scores. View your scores, type in my password and username. Okay, everything's going to be okay. 2021. Let's go! Let's go! Wow! Okay, so they're all 5s. Sweet, that's amazing. Wow. I did not expect that at all. Holy, this hasn't set in. Oh my god. Crazy. Okay, so I've got Calculus AP is a 5, Physics 2 is a 5, and World History is a 5. That's crazy. Okay, I'm waiting for my APCSA. Hopefully I can get a 5 on that one. But yeah, I'm very, very, very surprised on how I did for this year, especially in a year where it was pandemic learning and we had all of the opportunities to learn to the best of our capabilities.
I'm shocked. I'm really shocked.
Okay, that was a pretty lame reaction to my AP scores. However, I was very shocked with my results, and I still am. Regardless, no one should determine their self-worth based on a bunch of numbers, and we should focus on improving ourselves. That's the entire goal of life. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions as to what I can do with this channel, such as explaining how I study for these APs, explaining APs in general, please let me know down in the comments. If you want to like this video or subscribe to this channel for any content related to school or my life in general, you may do so. As always, be ambitious, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.